Hello and welcome once more to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 28th of January and I have some news regarding Resident Evil Revelations 2, which is both good and bad simultaneously, and you'll see how that can possibly be without ripping a hole in the space-time continuum in just a moment. Now, there have been some reports going around regarding Resident Evil Revelations 2, saying that it has microtransactions, and yes, that is indeed the case. However, they're not as bad as initial reports suggested. Now, basically these arose earlier today with reports coming out of a European press event basically saying that you'll be able to pay to keep playing after your character dies. Now, Capcom has issued a statement in response to the understandable, anger from people, considering how bad that sounds. You have to pay to keep playing? What? They have explained exactly how these purchases work. For example, there are no microtransactions within the main campaign. It's about raid mode only. Now, in raid mode, you can basically use a life crystal to respawn after death. And Capcom said, quote, "Blue life crystals can be earned through playing daily missions and red life crystals can be bought. The two crystals act the same, but there's an option to buy if players run out of blue earned crystals or don't want to spend the time earning them. If players have both blue and red crystals, the game will prioritise the blue crystals over the red ones." So basically, in the campaign, there is absolutely no microtransactions. In the raid mode, you can earn blue crystals, which means you can respawn after you die. Of course, you can just, start again from the beginning, but if you don't want to lose all your progress or whatever, you can respawn using a blue crystal, which is earned during play. Or you can simply buy a red crystal, and of course, we don't know exactly how expensive these red crystals are, to basically, respawn. So say you're out of blue crystals and you don't have the time or whatever, you can just buy one, respawn, continue, pew pew pew, etc. Now, this is not as bad as having them in the main campaign, but it's still microtransactions in a full price title. Just to clarify, this whole thing runs about $25 digitally or $40 for the disc version, or £19.99 digitally for the complete season on Steam, or about $34.85 if you're buying the disc copy on, say, PS4, Xbox One, and about $22.85 if you're buying the disc copy on PC. So while Resident Evil Revelations 2 is not a full price title, we are still talking about a game where you pay money up front, $20 or $40 depending, or of course you can buy the individual chapters, but let's just assume you're buying the whole package, which I'm sure a lot of people will, and then you have the option to give them more money. Yes, it is optional, it's entirely your choice, and it's not in the campaign, so it's not like you have to buy to continue the main campaign, because that would be terrible, to be honest. However, there are still microtransactions present in a essentially AAA release. It may not be full price AAA release, but it is Capcom. It is a pretty high profile title. Resident Evil Revelations is regarded pretty highly among Resident Evil fans, and unfortunately microtransactions are in the title. Yes, they're in the raid mode, and that's better than having them in the campaign, but that doesn't make it okay. Yes, they're optional. Yes, it has no effect on me if you do it, but that's not the point. They shouldn't be there in the first place, unfortunately. Obviously, if you want to use the blue crystals or whatever, that's entirely your choice. Oh, sorry, the red crystals, should I say. But personally, I don't think there should be the option to spend real money in a game that you have paid to play. Simple as that. Obviously, you're free to disagree, but I don't think most of you will. But of course, do let me know in the comments below anything, thoughts and opinions on anything I've discussed here. And I'll see you next time.